it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. John Moran in the clutch. Oh, my word. Oh, my God. Deep to right field. Way up there. And way down the sideline. Jefferson. Another huge run. Jalen Red broke tackle. Stayed on his feet.
What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Blake's Take with yours truly, Blake Neiman. And college football is back, everyone, as we had a handful of teams kicking off their season this past Saturday. But the Ducks and Bees, along with the majority of the rest of the country, will be making their season debuts this Saturday. So, what should we be expecting of these two teams in 2021? Let's start with the reigning Pac-12 champion Oregon Ducks, who fell just outside of the top 10 in this year's preseason AP Top 25 rankings. Since head coach Mario Cristobal arrived in Eugene, he has transformed this Ducks program from a notorious Chip Kelly high-flying, speedy, action-packed offense to a physically overpowering offensive line that sets the tone for everything else. Oregon has the best chance of representing the Pac-12 in the college football playoff. It's been 5 years since the conference nosed its way into the college football playoff. To add more pressure on the Ducks, they have now become the Pac-12's premier program. Cristobal's philosophy of adversity, bringing forth positive repercussions, has taken Oregon all the way to the top of the conference, where the Ducks are only the second program since 2011 to win back-to-back Pac-12 titles. The last team to do it was when Oregon under Kelly won it from 2009 to 2011. Since taking over in Eugene, recruiting has been one of Cristobal's greatest attributes, as he has put Oregon at the top of the Pac-12 in recruiting and has finished no lower than 11th nationally. The latest class included 8 players rated in the top 10 nationally at their positions. This just might be Cristobal's best team ever. The entire offensive line returns, averaging 323 pounds. And let's not forget the NFL draft prospect top of the class right now, Kayvon Thibodeaux, a 2019 freshman All-American and 2021 preseason All-American, is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, while top 10 NFL draft pick Penei Sewell's brother is an up-and-coming star. Thibodeaux might just be the Ducks' best Heisman Trophy candidate, a force off the edge in 20 career games. He already has 23.5 tackles for the loss. Cristobal had not named a starter yet at the quarterback position, as Boston College transfer Anthony Brown was the favorite coming into camp, but 5-star freshman Ty Thompson has been making a late push lately. Brown made a 28 career starts at BC and replaced Tyler Schuff, now the starter at Texas Tech, in the Fiesta Bowl. Whoever wins the job will have to live up to the culture the coach has established. This team can definitely go deep, and shall things go according to plan, they could crack their way into the top 4. They've got talent now. It's just up to execution on the field against Pac-12 competition and their biggest game of the year against the Ohio State Buckeyes in Week 2. If they win that game, they will have a really good shot. A Pac-12 championship and a win over the Buckeyes that would give the Ducks their best possible chance since 2014. As for the Beavers, the bar is set a little bit lower as far as expectations go compared to the Ducks. But this still, Damn Nation is ready to get back and cheer on their Bees to a bowl game berth. For the past 3 seasons, head coach Jonathan Smith has showed steady progress, and while the pandemic-shortened season didn't produce much in terms of wins, the signs were still there that the program is trending upward. The Beavers ultimately finished the campaign with a disappointing 2-5 record, but they were competitive in nearly every single game. 4 of their 5 losses were determined by 10 points or less, as their highly efficient offense kept pace with all of the Pac-12 foes. The cherry on top, though, was the Thanksgiving weekend 41-38 upset of the in-state rival and eventual conference champion Oregon Ducks. Just the second time the Beavers have toppled the Ducks since 2008. With plenty of returnees on both sides of the ball, the hope is that this veteran Beaver ball club can turn many of those close losses into wins in 2021. The defense will be led by first-team All-Pac-12 linebacker Avery Roberts Jr., who last season led the conference in tackles with 69, including 4 straight games where he had 10 or more tackles. On offense, it's going to start at the helm with the quarterback position. The Bees' quarterback battle is currently between Tristan Gebbia and Colorado transfer Sam Neuer. Gebbia started the first 4 games of OSU's 2020 season before a hamstring injury in that win over Oregon sidelined him for the rest of the campaign. He completed 62% of his passes, throwing for 824 yards and 4 touchdowns in those 4 starts. Neuer, a Beaverton, Oregon native, returns home to his home state after starting his career at Pac-12 rival school, Colorado. In his 6 starts with the Buffs last season, he showed his dual threat abilities by throwing for over 1,000 yards and rushing for an additional 208, all while accounting for 11 touchdowns. They've got solid talent on both offense and defense, and we know they can keep themselves in ball games. Now the key for their success is going to be just finishing out those close games and executing down the stretch. If the Beavers can do that, Ohio State won't be the only OSU the Ducks will have to be worried about this year. Hope you all enjoyed that. You can catch more about these local sports teams. I'm going to be covering them this Saturday. Keep you up to date on how they do in week 1. And definitely all on that Oregon-Ohio State matchup in week 2. That's going to be a crazy one. And I'll just be covering these teams throughout the fall and as well as Philomath. Make sure to keep up on the local sports. And I will also be covering national stuff as well, as you always know. You can catch all of it and more on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube. On the socials at Blake's Take, hit me up. And you can please subscribe, really help me out. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day.